What if I told you that the more you chase her, the further you drift from what you truly need? Right now, you may think that winning her back will heal you, that if you just try harder, show more love, or prove yourself, everything will return to how it was. But let me tell you, the more you run after her, the more you abandon yourself. The truth is, the pain you're feeling isn't a punishment. It's a hidden opportunity. It's the crack that lets you see what you've been ignoring all along, that your worth was never supposed to depend on her acceptance. Real healing isn't about winning her back. It's about winning yourself back. You are standing at a turning point. You can keep chasing, begging, and losing yourself, or you can rise, rebuild, and become untouchable. Not to impress her, but for yourself. If you're ready to reclaim your life, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my emotions, not the world. Now, let's dive in. Number 1. Stop chasing, start building. The power of withdrawal. Right now, you might feel the urge to chase her, to call, text, or explain everything you feel. It's as if every fiber of your being is pulling you toward her, believing that if you just show how much you care, she'll return. But let me tell you this, running after someone who's already left isn't love, it's self-devaluation. You're lowering your worth in an attempt to fix something that's already beyond your control. Here's where the Stoics offer profound wisdom. Retreat isn't weakness, it's a sign of strength. Stoicism teaches that when we face pain, we don't react impulsively or desperately. Instead, we pull back, embrace silence, and redirect our energy towards something more powerful, ourselves. This retreat doesn't mean giving up, it means regaining control over your emotions, thoughts, and life. Think of your life like a well-tended garden. Right now, there's a storm. The temptation is to try to save every plant, but you can't fight the storm with your hands. Instead, you step back, wait for the calm, and begin planting stronger roots for the future. You stop chasing the storm, you let it pass, and use the time to build what truly matters. Here's what you can do. Stop chasing her, stop sending those texts, stop refreshing your phone. Instead, focus on yourself. Invest in your physical, emotional, and mental health. Use the silence to shape yourself into the person you've always wanted to become. Let the pain you feel transform into fuel for self-improvement. By doing this, you shift the balance of power. As you withdraw and improve yourself, you create mystery and strength. She'll wonder, why isn't he reacting? What's he doing now? In the end, she'll notice the man you're becoming, not because you chased her, but because you chose to build a life that didn't depend on her return. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 2. Mastering your emotions, turning pain into strength. Right now, the pain feels suffocating, doesn't it? Every thought seems consumed by the loss. You feel like it's impossible to focus on anything else, and all you want is to release the heaviness, maybe through a message, a call, or a social media check. You might think that by doing this, you'll regain control, but in reality, it only hands over your power. Every impulsive reaction weakens you, and in the end, it won't bring her back. But here's the Stoic perspective. Your emotions are not the enemy. Pain is inevitable. It will come whether you want it or not. But what you can control is how you respond to it. You don't have to let your emotions dictate your actions. Instead, you have the power to direct them towards something more productive, your growth. Imagine this, your emotions are like a wild river, overflowing with intensity. You could let it drown you, or you could build a dam and redirect the flow into something purposeful. This is what Stoicism teaches. Feel everything, but don't let it carry you away. Instead, use the power of your emotions to build the life you want. Here's your action step. When you feel the overwhelming urge to react, stop, pause, breathe. Instead of sending that text, go for a run, work on a project, or write your thoughts down. Channel the pain into something productive. The goal is not to suppress your emotions, but to take back control over how they influence you. The impact of this shift is massive. When you master your emotions, you stop reacting to external events. Your calmness, your discipline becomes a source of strength that others can't ignore. And the most powerful thing? By remaining steady, you're not just showing strength to her, you're showing it to yourself. Your silence will make her wonder, why isn't he breaking? What's different about him? Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 3. The strength of distance, turning silence into power. When someone you care about walks away, it can feel like everything is falling apart. You might feel the instinct to bridge the gap, to reach out, to make sure they know you're still there. But here's the truth that the Stoics would remind us of. Stepping back is not a sign of weakness. It's a strategy to regain control. Silence and space can be the most powerful tools you have. When you retreat into yourself, you don't just protect your energy, you redefine the entire relationship dynamic. Instead of being someone who reacts, you become someone who observes. This shift doesn't punish the other person, it serves as a reflection of your own growth and strength. Think of it like this. You're a lion in the wild. When faced with a challenge, you don't react impulsively. Instead, you stand tall, observe the situation, and act when the time is right. By retreating, you allow the tension to build and create curiosity. The more you pull back, the more she wonders, why isn't he chasing me? What's changed? And this shift in energy gives you the upper hand, because you're no longer playing by the rules she expected. Here's what you can do. Stop reaching out. Stop seeking validation through actions or words. Use this time to focus on yourself, your growth, your goals, your future. Whether it's working on your career, improving your fitness, or learning something new, every step you take towards self-improvement makes you more independent and attractive. This distance is the perfect opportunity to rebuild your identity, not around her, but around who you want to be. The longer you maintain your silence and composure, the more powerful you become in her eyes. She'll begin to question her choices. She may even feel the absence of your presence more than she thought possible. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 4. Embracing self-worth, finding strength within. Chasing someone's approval is a dangerous game. The more you seek validation from others, especially in moments of pain, the more you tie your self-worth to something outside of your control. This not only leaves you vulnerable, but it also weakens your sense of identity. True strength comes when you stop relying on others for your value and instead build it from within. The Stoics understood this well. They knew that external circumstances can't define who we are. Our value doesn't come from the attention we get or the praise we receive. It comes from the integrity we maintain and the way we respond to life's challenges. When you focus on cultivating inner strength, you create a solid foundation that cannot be shaken by someone else's actions or words. Imagine a tree standing tall through storms. The external winds may howl, but the tree's roots go deep into the earth. It doesn't matter how hard the storm hits. It stays grounded. This is how you should approach life, building your roots deep in your own values and sense of self. When you no longer depend on someone else's validation, you stand taller in the face of any challenge. Here's what you can do. Instead of seeking validation from others, take time to reflect on your own strengths. What makes you proud of who you are? What values do you hold dear? Use this time to reconnect with your passions, your purpose, and your goals. Don't rely on anyone else to affirm your worth. Build your own foundation from the inside out. The effect of this shift is subtle but powerful. As you stop seeking approval from others, you naturally become more attractive. Not because you're trying to impress, but because you stand firm in your own worth. People are drawn to those who are confident in themselves, not because they need validation, but because they have already validated themselves. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 5. Focus on your purpose, creating a life beyond the pain. The moment someone walks away, it's easy to feel like your world is crumbling. You might think that the only way to heal is to find someone else to fill the void they left behind. But the truth is, constantly seeking to fill that emptiness with others, whether it's through new relationships, distractions, or temporary fixes, only prolongs your suffering. Healing doesn't come from seeking someone to replace them. It comes from reconnecting with yourself and rediscovering your purpose. In Stoic philosophy, the focus is always on what you can control, your actions, your thoughts, and your purpose. When you center your energy on things that align with your values and passions, the pain from the breakup becomes just one chapter in your larger story. Instead of looking for external validation, you create a life that has meaning regardless of someone else's presence in it. Imagine yourself as an artist, creating a masterpiece. The pain you feel isn't something to hide or avoid, it's part of the canvas. Each stroke of the brush may feel like it's made from frustration or heartache, but it's shaping something beautiful, a life that is uniquely yours. Here's your action step. Stop focusing on the gap they left behind and start focusing on what fuels you. Redirect your energy into pursuing your passions, working on your goals, and improving your skills. Whether it's in your career, health, or personal development, invest your time and energy into building a life that is full of purpose. The more you grow, the less you'll feel the need to fill the void with external distraction. The psychological impact of focusing on your purpose is profound. When you prioritize your own growth, you stop waiting for someone else to make you feel whole. You become a man who lives for his own purpose, and that's the kind of man who is naturally attractive. Not because he's trying to win someone back, but because he's already won his own heart. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 6. Growth without regret. Evolving for yourself, not for her. It's tempting to think that improving yourself after a breakup is a way to make her regret her decision. You might imagine that if you become the best version of yourself, she'll realize what she lost and come crawling back. But this is a trap. The Stoic mindset teaches us that we shouldn't improve for anyone other than ourselves. When you focus on growth solely to elicit a reaction from someone else, you remain emotionally tied to them. True growth comes from within. And it's about creating a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more complete, regardless of her response. Think of this as sculpting a statue. You don't carve the marble to make others admire it. You carve it because the stone has potential within it, and you want to unlock its beauty. This transformation isn't about impressing anyone. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. Here's your action step. Start working on yourself. Not to prove anything to her, but because you deserve it. Work on your physical health. Develop new skills, pursue your passions, and, most importantly, focus on your emotional and mental well-being. Invest in yourself, not for revenge or to make someone regret their decision, but because you're worth it. Growth is an act of self-respect, and that's the only motivation that will lead to lasting change. The impact of this approach is clear. When you grow for your own sake, you take back control of your life. You stop defining yourself by her actions and start living for yourself. And if she happens to notice your transformation, it will no longer matter, because you've already become the man you needed to be for yourself, not for anyone else. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 7. Pain as fuel. Transforming suffering into strength. When the person you love walks away, it can feel like you've been thrown into a fire. The pain is intense, overwhelming, and relentless. It's hard to see beyond it, and it might feel like it's consuming you. But in the midst of this pain, there's a hidden opportunity to transform that suffering into something powerful. The Stoics believed that pain isn't something to be feared or avoided. It's a tool for growth, a way to sharpen your character and deepen your resilience. Imagine a sword being forged. The metal is heated, hammered, and shaped in the fire, but without that intense heat, it would remain soft and useless. Pain is the fire that can refine you, shaping you into something stronger and more capable. It's not something to run from, it's something to embrace. knowing that it will ultimately make you tougher and more resilient. Here's your action step. Instead of letting the pain control you, use it as a motivator. Dive into personal growth. Whether it's through fitness, learning new skills, or taking on new challenges, let this painful chapter fuel your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Every time you feel overwhelmed by emotion, channel that energy into something productive, something that moves you forward. The psychological impact of this is profound. When you use pain as a source of strength, you stop seeing yourself as a victim. Instead, you see yourself as someone who can turn adversity into triumph. People will notice this shift. Your composure, your resilience, your ability to keep moving forward even when life knocks you down, this is what will make you truly magnetic. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 8. Radiating power. How your energy shapes your reality. Every day you make decisions, some big, some small, that shape your interactions with the world. In moments of pain, especially after a breakup, it's easy to give in to despair and react impulsively. You might feel desperate, overwhelmed, or out of control. But here's the secret the Stoics knew. The energy you project is everything. When you remain calm, composed, and focused, you not only maintain your power, but you also begin to control the energy around you. Think of it like this. You are a magnet. If you radiate desperation, neediness, or anxiety, that's what you'll attract. More desperation, more anxiety, more people who will feed off your energy. But when you project calm, confidence, and independence, you naturally attract the same in return. It's not about being perfect or emotionless, but about mastering your emotions and not letting them define your actions. Here's your action step. Every time you feel your energy slipping into negativity or desperation, take a moment to reset. Focus on your breathing, calm your mind. Visualize yourself as the calm center of a storm, strong, unshaken, unbothered by the chaos around you. Walk with your head high, take on the day with confidence, and focus on your goals. This shift in energy will not only help you regain control of your emotions, but it will also make others perceive you differently. They'll see you as someone who is not affected by external forces, someone who is a source of strength and stability. The psychological impact of this is transformative. When you control the energy you radiate, you no longer let your emotions and circumstances dictate your reactions. Instead, you project an aura of power and independence that draws others in. People are naturally attracted to those who seem unshaken by life's challenges, and as you master your energy, you'll naturally become a person others can't help but respect and admire. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 9. Moving forward. Why letting go means power. In the wake of a breakup, it's natural to feel like you're caught in a web. You want to keep checking her social media, wondering what she's doing, who she's with, and if she's thinking of you. But this constant checking and clinging to her life only gives her power over yours. You're allowing someone who's already chosen to walk away to still have control over your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions. The Stoic approach to this is simple but difficult. Stop following. Stop looking. Move forward. The more you fixate on someone who has already made their choice, the more you give them control over your present and future. By choosing to stop following, you not only reclaim your energy, but you also send a message, not just to her but to yourself, that your life is yours to live, no one else's. Imagine a man who keeps looking over his shoulder, watching the past slip further away. He's stuck in the past, unable to move forward. Now, picture another man who looks ahead, focusing on the road ahead, building his future with every step. The first man remains stagnant, while the second moves with purpose. Here's your action step. Take control by no longer allowing her life to dictate yours. Stop checking her social media. Stop asking friends about her. Instead, focus on what lies ahead. Invest in your future. work on your career, deepen your friendships, and build new experiences. The more you focus on your own growth, the less you'll need to look back. By doing this, you reassert control over your own life. You stop living in the shadow of the past and start living in the light of your own potential. The energy you once gave to someone else is now fully invested in your own future. The more you do this, the more you'll notice that not only is your life moving forward, but your energy becomes magnetic. People will start to see you as someone who doesn't dwell on what's gone, but builds on what's coming. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. Number 10. Becoming unreachable, the power of true independence. Healing from a breakup is often seen as a process of waiting for someone to come back or seeking ways to prove your worth. But the truth? True healing doesn't happen because of someone else. It comes from within. It's about becoming self-sufficient, emotionally and mentally independent. The Stoics believed that you can only truly find peace when you stop depending on others to fill your void, to validate your existence, or to make you whole. Think of it like this. A person who is truly free is not bound by anything. They don't need to chase, beg, or prove themselves to anyone. They are whole in their own right, living their life for their own purpose. This independence isn't about being cold or distant. It's about becoming so complete within yourself that no external force can shake you. Here's your action step. Focus on achieving complete independence. Don't heal just to make her regret leaving. Heal because you deserve to stand on your own 2 feet. Invest in your personal growth. Work on your emotional resilience and build a life that doesn't depend on anyone else's presence. As you heal, remember that the goal isn't to make someone come back. It's to become someone who doesn't need to chase anything because you've become the best version of yourself. The effect of this transformation is powerful. As you grow into someone who is whole on their own, you become unreachable in a sense. Not because you're unavailable, but because you no longer need anything from anyone to feel complete. This is the kind of person who draws others in naturally, not because they are trying, but because they are fully grounded in their own worth. When you no longer need to seek external validation, you become someone who can't be easily shaken, no matter what life throws your way. Now, speak out and comment below. I control my mind, no one else does. You began this journey believing that getting her back was the only way to heal, but now you've seen the truth. It was never about her, it was about you. About becoming the man who no longer needs validation from anyone. She never held your power, she only exposed the part of you that forgot where it truly lies. If you're ready to continue this transformation, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am unstoppable. Stay grounded, keep building, because the strongest version of you is already within reach.